We have Mark asking, do solid colors have different pleat depths than tartan?
Wow, a lot of techie questions today.
Solid colors can have any pleat depth up and including I can't speak, like an inch. So it'd be a kilted skirt, but it really depends on how much fabric you want in your kilt. I mean, realistically, for a solid color kilt, we can do it as a 4-yard kilt, as a 5-yard kilt, as an 8-yard, as a 27-yard kilt. It doesn't matter, because we're just, mathematically figuring out, okay, for the face of the pleat at 3/4 inch wide, how much, is it, a 7-inch, 8-inch, 10-inch repeat until we get to the next chunk we're going to do. And then you just figure out how much cloth you need and you stack it up and go.
Yeah.
In some ways, solid color kilts are easier. And in other ways, they're much, much more difficult than tartan kilts.
Right, Mac?
I mean, tartan kilts, they're gridular. What are they, Eric?
Gridular.
You have a grid on the surface of the fabric. So you're literally just stacking up the grid either to the stripe, where you have a stripe going down every one, or you're just advancing one little tiny chunk on the grid to make up the pattern and do it to the set. Mm-hmm. For solid color kilts, they're de facto to the stripe because there's nothing there. So you can do whatever you want. The problem is there's no lines to guide you.
Yeah.
So
no
you literally have to get out a T-square and draw the pleat in for each one, and then you're going to iron it in the way we do it, is we iron it in a different order, where you literally chalk out all of the pleats, top to bottom, and then you go over to the ironing table and you iron in the edge of each pleat, and then you have something to work off of and stack them up. So it is a lot more, I shouldn't say a lot more, it is somewhat more labor intensive, and you're doing things in an alternate order than you normally do. So since we don't do a whole lot of them, it's a bit of a pain, but it can be done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say the order is just different. You're still doing the same steps. They're just different order. I mean, I was a part of what I went to school with. I was part of design drafting. So laying something out like that, it becomes a drafting project. You're literally drawing everything on there and creating it on a blank sheet of paper. But yeah, I mean, I don't think they're that bad to do. It's different. It's a whole different thinking process you got to do.
The part that I used to hate about them was the problem with solid colors is you can't tell if the fabric is twisted.
Yes.
On a tartan, because of the way it's woven, and it's gridular.
Right.
Again.
Yep.
Gridular.
The word of the day.
It has to be exactly 90-degree corners. On a solid color kilt, you don't know if you're actually, basically think of it as an individual strand of thread or yarn. You have to think of it like if it's going exactly down, are you ironing on that exact, line on that exact strand of thread, or are you going kind of at an angle, but it looks straight because you've drawn a straight chalk line? So the pleats can get a little wonky because of that.
Sounds like
it is.
Yeah, kind of nerve-wracking.
I don't like them.
Okay.
I
like solid color kilts.
I don't like making them for that.
If it's a shadow tartan, then you can use the shadow tartan to.
Yeah, you're gonna hurt your eyes.
Yeah, but is that better than having to chalk it? Do you still chalk it when you do a shadow tartan, Mac?
It depends on the shadow tartan. Okay. Some of the mills are easier to see than other mills.
Yep.
We actually have 2 over there right now.
Okay.
Which might be a good thing to get a picture of them if we can. But yeah, some of them are really hard to see. You have to really skew your vision, the way you tilt your head, the way you look, to even get to see the pattern. And there's some that you can just look down and see it.
Even from the same mill. I know Martin Mills has the Black Isle and the Black Shadow tartans, like 2 of the effectively similar, but one of them there's very clear differences, and the other one it's super subtle. I mean, very, very subtle. So it's you basically just kind of I think it looks right. Let's go.